Hey friends, long time no see. Today I want to talk about all the products I went through in the month of April. I almost said March, in the month of April. I don't know if I actually showed you guys everything that I went through in the month of March, but I do have all of my April empties. I'm going to start off really quickly with the candles. I say this every single time. The reason why there is still wax in these candles is because I do use a candle warmer. So just be warned, there will still be wax in them. First one that I use is Into the Night. I'm really happy about this because we had it for absolutely forever. And then I have a Ravka candle, which if you are a reader, you know about Alchemy and Ink. Used to be a candle shop, no longer a candle shop, but I did absolutely love the smell of this candle. I wish there was still scent in it, but it was just the absolute perfect candle. And then I did end up burning this one. This is my Winter Candy Apple. I was just going through the last of my Christmas candles, and that one kind of has like a winter into spring kind of scent. And then I have Lavender Marshmallow, which is one of our absolute favorite candles. I could not find another one of these. If you guys know where I can get them, let me know. It is just the perfect like lavender like blend with like sweetness. I love it, and I would repurchase that one. And then one of our longtime standing ones that will always be in our house is Kitchen Lemon. We love this. I love a lemony scent. I love like a fresh scent, so would repurchase that one. And then I have Divination, which is from the Little Bookling Candle Company, which is once again a book candle company. No longer a thing, sadly, but I did really love this. It smells like tea and peaches and jasmine, and it was just really fresh and good for spring. So those are miraculously all of the candles that I went through in the month of April. And then we're gonna move into my makeup. I actually have a casualty. So you guys know I was trying to go through my primer infused blush by e.l.f. and I was bringing it out here for this video to show you guys how much progress I've made. I had very little left, but then I dropped it and it fell on my floor. And normally I would repress it, but it fell on the floor of my bathroom. I just didn't feel good about that. There's like my hair there, Rocco's hair there, the dog's hair. So this unfortunately is going to be an empty. And then I did use my Bioderma Sensebo H2O. This is a micellar water. I did actually repurchase this in the big size because I just love it as like not a makeup remover, but like I use it to like wash my face in the morning because I have kind of dry sensitive skin. So I just end up using this as like a clean in the morning, kind of like clean slate, get some of that heavier like skincare off. And so I did end up rebuying that already. And then I did go through my multi-peptide eye cream by Naturium. You guys have already seen me repurchase this. Well, not this, but a different eye cream. I just went for like a cheaper brand, but I did really like this when I was using it. But I don't know that I saw too much of a difference. Like I feel like my eyes were still a little bit puffy. So I don't know that I'd rebuy this one. And then I went through the Brow Glue by NYX. This has a little bit left in it, but it is at that like consistency where it's very gluey. And normally that'd be okay because it's a brow glue, but this one does pull a little bit white at the same time. So I have dark brows, so like I don't want that white cast on there. And then I went through a hand cream. This I got at a friend's, not wedding, but at her bridal shower. So I've had this for about a year and I did like it. I preferred it on my feet as opposed to my hands though. And then moving into the body care, I actually have quite a bit of body care. Some of these were mostly empty, so I'm just gonna kind of blow through those really quickly. First was the Saltaire Pink Beach. This I got when we went to Florida last year. So I've had this for about a year and I finally went through that. And then you guys know I have a ton of the Olay Renewing Body Washes. That's like, I'm on my last one. So we are finally making our way through my backlog of body washes. I haven't bought any, but I am almost out of like my pump body washes. I use a bar and a pump, which is why I have a bar one here as well. This is the Dove Glowing. I really like this for like the summertime, but went through a ton of body washes. I would repurchase this. I would not repurchase the Saltaire. I think the Saltaire stuff is just kind of like overrated. And then I did go through a 4-pack of my razor blades from Harry's. I include these because I have such a backlog of these razors. Like anytime I see them, I'm like, oh, I need to buy those. And then I went through the Skin & Co. the Divine Nectar Shower Oil. This is a body wash shower oil kind of situation. This I went through and got in my FabFitFun. So I did prioritize going through this first just because it was the winter months. I was pretty dry. I wanted to use this. So it's pretty small. This lasted me probably like 2 weeks. So That was good. And then I went through the Cremo Shave Cream. This is not a repurchase, but I did include this in here because this is something that I normally do have a lot of. But I did end up buying something else to replace it. But I do love the smell of these, but I think that they cause kind of irritation on my legs. So I wouldn't buy Cremo again. And then we're gonna move into a couple of random house things that I had that I was trying to get through. I have the Beauty Sleep from the Laundress, and I will say, if you are a scent person, like you like scented clothing, you know, sheets, blankets, that kind of thing, this stuff is so good. It smells freaking delicious. I would repurchase it, but I'm trying not to do things like this, so I don't know. I gotta talk to Rocco about it and see how he feels about it. And then I did go through another random house thing, is the Power Paste. It has like the Scrub Mommy in it and everything. The Scrub Mommy's in here. I'm gonna be throwing that away because I do keep this normally in my shower. And then when I'm taking a shower and I need to clean like the glass off, I just use this because I'm already wet. I'm like doing the whole thing. So I was keeping this in my shower and I did finally go through all of it. It is fantastic to get watermarks off of glass if you're looking for something like that. And then the last 3 things I have to talk about are hair care items. So I went through a Matrix Food for Soft like hair mask. Oh my god, I love this so much. I do buy the Dove hair masks. I have a couple of those that I'll be making my way through, but I would repurchase this. It made my hair feel absolutely freaking amazing. And then I did go through my heat protectant styling spray. This is from Tresemme. I don't know that I'd repurchase this. I think I want to, or I'm gonna move into like a heat protectant that's also like a detangler and things like that. I did like this when my hair was wet and I was like blow drying my hair. I don't use it on dry hair, obviously. I did like it, but I don't necessarily know that I'd repurchase it. And then the last thing I have to talk about, this will be no shock to anybody because this is my favorite shampoo and conditioner. This is the shampoo. It's the Coconut Hydration from Dove. I love this. I had to repurchase a new shampoo and I went with something else. You guys will see that in the coming months. But now that I cut off my hair, I feel like I'm going to be going through like shampoo and conditioner a lot less frequently. But this was amazing for my long hair. I feel like it made it nice and smooth and easy to work with. And when I was like blow drying it and things, it felt so good. So I would repurchase this, but I ended up going with something that was available at the time. So this is not what I'm working with right now, but definitely something that I will be working with in the future. All right, guys. So that is everything that I went through in the month of April. Definitely slowing down a little bit. I've been a lot more busy just like with life in general and, you know, like planning the move and things like that. So it's been hard kind of like putting in a little bit more self-care and using up some of those products, but I am going to be making a point to like get through and use everything, like really just get down my collection before we have to move basically like 5 states away. So paying attention to that in the coming months, but that is everything that I went through in the month of April. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below something that you went through in the month of April that you're really proud of. Mine would definitely be my shampoo. Like the fact that I made how many ounces is in this? So many, 28 fluid ounces of shampoo. The fact that I did that, I feel really good about it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video.